going to turn off the breaker since my electricity bills have been so high.
Trouble Busters!
Grilled mackerel is the best! My name is Melanie. I'm a housewife living in a nice house beside a restaurant. I enjoy dining at this restaurant a few times a week by myself. That's all I need. However, my heart stopped when I saw my electricity bill skyrocketed. My electricity bill has gone up again. There's a price surge for everything, so you need to watch out on your expenses. You're right about that. We've been controlling our electricity bill with a solar panel and a home battery storage. You should do that too. I'd do it if I could, but it could be quite costly. That's true. The startup cost can get expensive. We were able to afford it though. I'm going to turn off the breaker since my electricity bills have been so high. Oh, it's so hot. I can't sleep without turning on the AC. Ugh. I tried to save electricity, but I failed. You're such a novice, Melanie. You're going to end up seeing a high electricity bill again if you don't do anything about it. I feel bad for your husband to have a wife who doesn't know how to watch out for your family's expenses. I'm going to try again to save electricity. I decided to try again, but I was about to fail again for the second time. When I got up to turn on the AC, I saw something right outside my house under the moonlight. I see what's going on. Well then, I'm going to take this fight. I'm not letting her get away with this. Trouble Busters! For the following few days, I turned off all the breakers at my house and stopped using electricity at all while I endured the heat. Ugh! What the heck is this?
Our fridge is broken. Maybe it's short-circuited because of this water?
Why is there water to begin with?
Did you do something?
Something? Oh, our battery storage is empty.
What does that have to do with our fridge?
It's quite noisy over here. What's the matter? Melanie, I know you did this. Yes? Or else it wouldn't be happening right now.
Hey, Melanie has nothing to do with this.
She's our neighbor and I know she did this to us.
Cut it out, Raleigh.
I can't just let her do this to our kitchen.
Why are you so angry at Melanie? She has nothing to do with this.
Are you upset because you couldn't steal electricity from my house? What?
Steal electricity from your house? Raleigh, what's going on?
I have no idea what she's talking about. Why would we need to be accused of stealing electricity from Melanie's house just because our fridge is broken? In that case, why are you so upset with me?
That's true. Raleigh, you were acting a little weird earlier.
I was just panicking. Besides, we have the solar panel and the home battery storage. There's no reason for me to be stealing electricity from Melanie's house. Isn't this about saving electricity the way you've always talked about?
What? Is this true, Raleigh?
No, it's not true. Just calm down and think about it. If I was stealing electricity from Melanie's house, our entire house would be having a blackout, right?
That's true.
But the entire house is having a blackout, right?
No, our fridge is the only thing that's not working.
What? Right? That can't be possible. Yes, it is, and that's why we're using everything else. We're in the middle of a crisis. You're a terrible person to walk in and falsely accuse me during a time like this. Terrible? How am I being terrible? I saw a cable that was connected to my house that was going to your house.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have a photo or a surveillance video of it? I don't. See? I'm sure you were still dreaming while you thought you saw that. I've been using the government grant so I could save electricity by installing a home battery. I've been working hard for it. Just because you're not good at watching out on your electricity usage and your bill is shooting high, you can't be accusing me like this. But I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I'm telling you that you were still in your dream. We're in trouble right now, so we don't need you to be stirring things up based on your assumptions.
In that case, maybe someone did it in an attempt to obstruct our business. Should we call the police?
The police?
Yup, the culprit did it to the fridge that we store our raw ingredients in for our restaurant. We need to make them liable for the damages.
Please, call the police. I'm sure they can get to the bottom of the truth. I guess we can call the police. What? I don't want to continue being accused like this, and I want to make sure I prove my innocence. Go ahead and call the police. What? Why is she acting so confidently? I know Raleigh was stealing electricity from my house. Or was I wrong about that? Maybe she's right. I might be falsely accusing her of this.
So, can I have you explain to me why this is happening? This is what happened. I see. So when you woke up this morning, you found it in a pile of water and it was short-circuited. Is this the first time this has happened?
Yes, we haven't had any problem like this before.
Do you know how it happened?
It was because I turned off all the breakers at my house, right?
What do you mean by that?
Raleigh has been stealing electricity from my house.
Stealing? What do you mean by that?
It's exactly what I said. I'm sure you'll find evidence once you investigate this matter. Nope, this has nothing to do with her house. This happened because I accidentally left the breaker for our fridge turned off.
Oh, what do you mean by that? All other electronics are working.
I'm telling you that the only breaker I turned off was the one that's connected to our fridge.
What? Why would you do that? That must be why our fridge isn't working.
Oh, calm down. I said that this is the first time that this has happened, right? Maybe you weren't aware, but I've been turning off the breaker for our fridge every 3 days because it consumes the most energy out of all appliances.
But we've been using our fridge without any problem until now.
Of course! We have a household battery saver and a solar panel. That's why. We'd be able to run our fridge for about 3 days as long as we have them.
So, you've been saving energy in the household battery saver by charging it during the night when the electricity is at low cost, and also by saving energy from the power that you generate from the solar panel.
That's right.
In that case, are you saying that you miscalculated the amount of time that the fridge would have been running? In that case, this incident was an accident.
Hold on a second. Their fridge ended up stopping because they weren't able to steal electricity from us during the night the way she's been. Are you still talking about that? If you insist that you're telling the truth, why don't you go ahead and prove it? Take a look at that. They were using this cable to steal electricity from our house by plugging it into our outdoor outlet.
But it doesn't look like it's connected to your house at this time.
She's plugging it in just during the nighttime.
I'm sorry to ask, but do you have evidence for your allegation?
You can take fingerprints on our outlet.
We can't go that far unless you have other supporting evidence.
But then, you are so persistent. As you said, we've been connecting it every 3 days, just not to your outlet, but to ours. How dare you lie about this? I'm not lying about anything. If there's one person who's telling a lie, it would be you, Melanie. What? According to my calculation, our fridge should have worked without any problem as long as we turned down the breaker for the fridge for 3 days after saving up energy in our battery for 3 days. But the reason why it didn't work was the part that I couldn't figure out. What are you trying to tell me? Well, the fridge stopped working because the energy wasn't saved the way I calculated because you unplugged the cable for our home battery saver from the outlet, right? What did you just say?
That's a crime if that turns out to be true. Is it true?
No, I would never do anything like that.
Hey, Chef, are you guys open today?
We're here to grab lunch.
We're terribly sorry, but we're closed due to an emergency today. What?
We're so sorry about that. Someone did something malicious to our establishment. We thought we were friends with our neighbor. That's a misunderstanding. I didn't do anything.
I'm sorry, but would you kindly talk to the police about the rest of what you have to say? Sure, let's head to the police station so we can take some reports from you there.
Hold on a second. I really didn't do it.
Melanie, let's go grab lunch together.
I found a nice place.
Wait, what? What are you doing?
I was about to take her away for obstruction of business.
Obstruction of business?
Yep. Melanie was jealous that our restaurant was so successful, so she damaged our fridge.
What? Really?
That's my electricity bill.
Okay, Melanie, let's go.
Officer, will you give me just a moment?
What?
What is that? These are my electricity bills. Huh? What's the point of looking at them? David, I'm sorry to ask, but will you bring me your electricity bills from this month and last?
Huh? Sure. Here, I brought the bills from the same months last year while I was at it.
Aha! This is great! David, why are you doing this?
Why are you so angry? There's nothing to hide on our end, right?
You're right.
We don't have a problem with this, do we?
Ugh. Well then, let's go ahead and start by comparing the electricity bill from the same month last year versus this year. Raleigh's restaurant saved $850 last month compared to the same month last year. She saved $950 last month. On the other hand, my family spent an extra $850 last month compared to the same month last year, and an extra $950 this month. The differences match.
What?
Ugh.
Raleigh, do you have anything to say about this? It's too much of a coincidence for the numbers to match like this.
Oh, it's a coincidence. I'm sure this happens all the time, all over the place around the world. But they're next door neighbors. Does this mean that Raleigh has been stealing electricity from Melanie's? Stop saying things out of assumption. Let me remind you that I'm the victim. In that case, let's take a closer look at them. What? David, about the industrial fridge that stopped working at your restaurant, would you be able to find out the manufacturer, the model number, and the year it was made?
Sure, the manufacturer was...
David! In that case, let's pretend that she turns off the breaker every 3 days. With about 30 days a month, I'm going to assume that it's turned on for 15 days for 24 hours a day within a month. The electricity bill would be the power consumption multiplied by the charge rate, multiplied by the power usage, in addition to the base charge. This means, see? The $850 from last month and the $950 from this month match. There's no way the power usage for the fridge can be so expensive. You're lying.
But this restaurant has been around for a long time.
What? It's been around since your parents established it, so I'm guessing it's been at least 40 years. So what? How many years have you been using that industrial refrigerator? Well,
It's been at least 15 years.
in that case, to put it simply, any electronics that were manufactured over 10 years ago would consume about triple the energy a brand new electronic would consume. Does that mean? That would also match my calculation. But then someone else could have been stealing electricity from you too. I thought about that too and had the electric company conduct a thorough investigation, but they didn't discover anything.
Does this mean that Raleigh was stealing electricity?
Oh my God. She was treating Melanie like the culprit, but it turns out that she's the culprit. That's not true. I would never do anything like that.
What a wife! I can't believe she was stealing electricity from her neighbor.
That's terrible. This is a false accusation. Don't let her fool you like this.
I don't think it's a false accusation after all the evidence that she presented to us just now. I almost trusted you.
Are you saying that you don't trust me?
No, I don't. I'm terribly sorry for trying to escort you without listening to your side of the story. We're terribly sorry.
Oh, please stop apologizing. You were being fooled by her. Watch what you say. What's your problem? I've been feeding you with great food all these years. I've been giving you an extra boiled egg every time you dine with us just because you were my neighbor. How dare you come after me like this? I've been paying for that boiled egg every time you served me, though. That's a completely different topic. In that case, you never had to even mention the boiled egg. Shut up! Besides, can't you even maintain a healthy relationship with your neighbors? I've been giving you some extra food that was able to be thrown away just because you were our neighbor. I even invited you to my friend's gathering, too. How dare you pay my favor back with an insult? But I made sure I brought you some snacks in return. I would have rather taken electricity from you than snacks. Why won't you just get it? Who would gift their neighbor with electricity? It makes no sense. Every household is facing the struggle of surging electricity bills. How dare you steal electricity from someone else when we're all equally facing the same problem? That's the value of the favors I've done for you. If that's all you're planning to talk about, there's only two things that I can say to you at this point. Huh? The first thing is that I ask you to pay me $1,800, which is the sum of the $850 and $950 worth of energy that were stolen from my house. What are you talking about? Also, the fact that you tried to make me the perpetrator when you had been stealing power from me is completely unacceptable. I will be filing a police report against you for theft. What? You can't do that! Do you really think we can keep a healthy relationship as neighbors if you do that?
You don't have to worry about that.
What?
And that's because you and I will be filing for divorce as soon as possible.
What? Hold on. You can't break up with me over something like this. I wonder if that's going to be it. What do you mean by that?
My restaurant ended up taking a huge loss in sales because of this incident, and I'm gonna make you liable for it. You're also going to pay for all the damages you caused to our industrial appliances, too. So make sure you're ready for this.
Who would ever do that to someone you're about to break up with?
This isn't even enough!
But I did this for the restaurant. I did this for us. Why would you be treating me like this after all I've done for us? Melanie, you and I are friends, right? Will you please help me? How dare you turn your sides like that after all that you said to me? I'm sorry. I don't mind apologizing as many times as you want, if that's what you want. No, apologies don't mean anything if you're not sorry for anything. What I want from you is to see you socially atone for your sins for what you've done. Officer, will you?
Sure!
What? No way. Help me. Please, someone help me! Raleigh was taken under arrest for theft. She was sentenced to a penalty of $3,000. Needless to say, her husband broke up with her. She was found liable for the $100,000 worth of damages caused to the restaurant, in addition to the $1,800 worth of electricity she stole from me. She tried to find a new place to live somewhere in the neighborhood, but rumors regarding this incident spread among all her friends. She didn't feel comfortable staying around in our area, so she ended up moving back to her parents' house in the countryside. As for my neighborhood, David closed down and demolished his restaurant after breaking up with his ex-wife, and a new house was built there. The couple that moved into the house seemed to be kind people, and I've been making friends with them. Troublebusters!